Hey guys, Mix here, and in this video, based on the title, you can probably tell what just happened. So behind me, I have our engine, and I was just testing around because I saw a comment, because as you guys were knowing, I was having the problem with the screw that was rounding out on the shift pulse, and I thought I had to take out the screws in order to split the cases. But I saw a comment saying that I don't need to take those out in order to split the cases, because, I mean, there's no need for me to take those out, because I already know that it shifts through all the gears. None of that needs to be replaced. The shift drum's fine. I already know all of that. So I'm like, all right, let me try it. So I don't have a case splitter tool, and I know that I probably should have one, but they're not cheap, you know? So I've seen tons of people just use a rubber mallet and just go evenly, you know, up and down the cases, because you need to make sure that it's even, because you got the transmission in there. Obviously you have, you know, all the internals, so you got to make sure that none of that gets bent up. So I made sure that everything would be nice and straight. And what I've been doing is, so I would wedge, you know, I would just stick a screwdriver in there. You know, I wouldn't really hammer or anything because I don't want to warp the case or anything. And then what would I do? Is just wiggle this side a little bit. That side will come out, and then this side will close because this side's getting open. But since that screwdriver's there, it's going to keep it that original space. And I wiggle this side a little bit with a screwdriver placed in there like that. And then eventually, with that little back and forth pattern, making sure that it's not gonna like go tilted at all, eventually the cases will be split. So as of right now, they're not completely split, but I'm getting there. I can see the transmission right there. So I'm gonna continue with this back and forth pattern. You know, I might need to hit it with the rubber mallet, you know, in order to get it to move, but I'm gonna continue this, and let's get this case split. Yes, before I start and get all these comments, I made sure everything's clean. It's obviously not raining, it's super nice out, so I made sure that everything's clean around the engine, that nothing will get inside. So just gonna, you know, state that everything's clean. So guys, the case is pretty much completely split. This side is all loose. The crankshaft is slid out of its bearing. But the problem that I'm having on this side is that this part is supposed to slide through, and it's not sliding through. So this side, you know, not splitting apart all the way. So at the distance that it is, it should be sliding through, but it's not. It could just, you know, it might have been since 1992 since this case has been split, so who knows? So it could just be, you know, stuck in there. I don't want to like slam it with a hammer or anything, because the transmission, you know, is obviously connected to it, so I don't want the transmission to be, you know, smashing into the back of anything and getting damaged. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get this off
tomorrow.
So guys, we're back here the next day, and I took a break from it just because, you know, I had to do some stuff with school, obviously, and yeah, but we're back working on it today. And as you guys know, I was having a problem with this part not coming off. This is where the sprocket goes, and sorry if you hear a helicopter. They're currently circling all above because there's a guy running from the cops. So that's always fun. But I think, I mean, I'm not sure why this is not coming off. I know that if I was using a flywheel puller, this side of the crankshaft would be going through out that way. So the crankshaft would be getting pulled out this way, as opposed to me using the mallet and everything and pushing the crankshaft out this way. So I don't know, maybe the cases needed to be split in the opposite way, but that doesn't make any sense. Because I mean, it should just be sliding out either way. So I just took off the seal that goes right here, and I'm looking in, and I see the bearing. I mean, everything. I don't see why it's not sliding out. I mean, honestly, actually, now that I look at it, it kind of looks like this bearing is like too small for the transmission shaft, or whatever this real name is. It looks like it's too small for it. So I mean, I could try and hit out that bearing, because this should just slide right out. Kind of like, for example, with the crankshaft bearing, the couple hits and everything, it'll slide right through. Like the actual crankshaft will slide right through. Just like this should slide right through that bearing. So now, after doing some research, I found out that it is universal. You could take the case off this way or that way. You know, either side could come off, but so I figured that I would do it this way and pull this side up, since the piece on the bottom right there doesn't want to come out. So I figured I'd just take off this top part. It is insanely loose. The crankshaft, like, is pretty much like completely off. If I pull up a little bit, then if I spin the crankshaft, the bearing won't even move. So it's completely off that bearing. But this side with the transmission is just giving me problems. So this top part is just like cresting the top of this bearing, and then it won't go any farther. So I tried the screwdrivers, I tried hitting with the mallet lightly, nothing. So guys, if I take my hands, I could wiggle it like a lot, but it just will not pull all the way up. Meanwhile, it should. So I was thinking that maybe there's a bearing stuck around here. But if you look closely and wiggle it, all the bearings are moving on the shaft, so they're not stuck to the shafts on each one. So I just don't understand why this isn't completely pulling out. Everything's straight, you know, I just don't see why not. So guys, I was hoping to get the cases totally split in this video, but I think I'm gonna take it to you guys because I know you guys know a lot. So comment down below if you guys know why this is getting stuck. If you have any tips, and I know some of you are gonna be, just get a case splitter tool. I don't think I would need one because it's already split and I should just be able to pull it up with my hands. I mean, that's what everybody does with the dirt bike. So like whenever they're doing a dirt bike rebuild, they get it just like that amount of clearance between each case, and then they can just pull it up with their hands. I don't get why I'm not able to, but comment down below if you guys have an idea. I always check out all the comments. But anyway guys, I was hoping to make a longer video, but I'll probably make one like soon, not like in the next 4 days or something like I have been doing, because the weather's supposed to be nice for the next couple days finally, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. But anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, friends with the channel. Thanks for watching.